Marc Gasol and the Toronto Raptors. And then on Saturday, they'll tip off a road trip in New York where they'll take on the Knicks. And with pregame routines coming to an end, we're just about ready for our tip-off. First, though, let's get a report from the sideline and say hello to David Aldridge.
Guys, Celtics coach Brad Stevens is known for his play calling. Ron James said he has so many different wrinkles. You've got to keep your head on the swivel. He'll run something you've never seen before. But Stevens said, honest to God, I've stolen everything we've ever done from somebody else.
Honesty. All right, thank you, D.A. Doris, there is nothing like opening night in the NBA. Every fan base just teeming with optimism for the upcoming season.
I think all of us are just so thrilled to have NBA basketball back. There's no losses in the losing column. Everybody's happy. Let's tip it off and go.
The guys have that little depth, and these first weeks of the season are always exciting.
Oh, no doubt. Everybody's bursting with enthusiasm. Players are fresh.
And now the lineup for Boston. Hayward at small forward with Tatum at the 4. Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. And it's Tice in at the 5 spot. And for the 76ers, the tall lineup out there for the 76ers. Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid. Shots good by Walker.
Well, you can tell there's a team-first mentality with the young gun Jason Tatum working to find the open teammate. Nice.
Now here's Embiid. No good from the left block. Hayward kicks to Brown. The 3. Simmons pulls it in.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Richardson for 3. The 70. Sixers with another miss. Here's Walker. He gets that one.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
And here's Walker. After the three-pointer from Al Horford. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. 6 points for Kemba Walker.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
They get it again. Here's Horford, and the dunk by Horford.
That's what we call attacking the glass with aggression and power. Al Horford, the second chance opportunity.
For Boston, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Poked loose, and that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Tatum drives in. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
80% from the field to start, playing with a ton of confidence.
For 3, Richardson connects from three-point range. And it's a tie ball game.
And the Celtics, Brad Stevens, one of the youngest head coaches in the league and also one of the more respected.
And Greg, I was surprised that he didn't get any Coach of the Year votes 2 seasons ago. Think about it. The Celtics overcame injury to make the Eastern Conference Finals. Last season, he admitted his most trying in the 12 years as a coach. Boy, he is looking to get them back on track.
And here's Walker. After the three-pointer from Al Horford. The shot by Hayward, wide open, and the shot no good, a bit short. Guys, this offense very effective.
And guys, the defense has been no match. They've just picked them apart.
Harris, good.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Here's Hayward. No good, unable to end this run.
Boy, in that close, he's almost automatic. Boy, that's pretty good defense. Wow.
Knocks down the 3 ball.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
Celtics trail by 8. So the Celtics called timeout. They're first. Well, we knew that Tobias Harris would be one of the big names during free agency this past summer.
Wasn't a lot of speculation for him when free agency hit. Ends up staying with the Sixers. And I think it makes sense for both sides, and he fits nicely next to Embiid.
Cantor checked in for Boston. Marcus Smart comes in for Gordon Hayward. Walker's shot is off.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him. Yeah, they have gone full throttle from the opening tip, showing no signs of letting up.
Well, you set the tempo early, and when you get command and control of a game, it's perfect.
Now, here's Walker. He's got 6. Shoots. Tipped away.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D. And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit, Greg, for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten.
Here's Walker. Philadelphia getting their last shot to go. Here's Horford, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That's on Jaylen Brown.
Al Horford, a force inside right now, willing himself to the line, getting physical near the basket.
And he makes the first.
You know, people refer to Al Horford being the hub for this team. Defensively, he's always in the right position and such a good playmaker for a big man.
Brad Wanamaker's checked in for Kemba Walker. And it's no coincidence teammates often have the best seasons of their careers, Doris, playing alongside Al Horford.
I think, Kevin, that has everything to do with his passing ability, but also his willingness to be an incredible screener. This guy walls off defenders as long as possible, maybe even flirting with a moving screen. All I know is guys get wide open looks off of Al Horford's screening ability.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. And they're starting off the season playing Philadelphia here.
And they really took care of business against this group last year, winning the season series. All right, a moment to see the stats for Harris. Coming off a terrific season. Around 20 points per game last season. 8 rebounds and 2 assists. He's been nothing short of fantastic during that stretch. Offense coming very easily for him.
And so much of it, to me, is his ability to read the floor, make the right decision, and then go right after the action he wants.
Again, the miss by the Celtics. And out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession.
A moment now to see the numbers for Cantor. He had a strong showing last season. 14th in rebounding. And he was in the top 20 in field goal percentage, able to create offense with tremendous efficiency.
And we talked about how strong he was on the boards, going hard at it at both ends last year, really helping out his team. And Simmons slams it in.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end, Greg. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
So it's the Celtics now, after the Sixers pick up 2. Ball's knocked loose and stolen by Simmons and finished off by Horford.
Yeah, they're rolling right now. That lead continues to grow.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
That's tipped. And up the floor again, the 76ers running the floor. Count the basket. Harris has got 9 points.
I'll tell you, right now, these guys cannot be stopped.
Boy, it looks like their confidence is at an all-time high, just feeding off each other right now.
Gordon Hayward reunited with his college coach, Brad Stevens.
Our relationship started when I...
And I'm sure, Greg, that relationship played a big role in Hayward deciding to join the Boston Celtics.
And not just a connection, but a respect. Hayward now a veteran in this league, while Stevens has moved into the conversation for one of the better young coaches in our league.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And the 76ers have been rolling along, haven't they?
Just stretching out the floor at first. They had the defense scrambling.
And that was obviously the plan coming in. Now the big question, can they maintain that efficiency from range as the game goes along?
On the floor for Boston. Around the small floor with Tatum holding down the 4 spot. Then it's Enes Kanter. Then it's Marcus Smart. And it's Wanamaker in at the point. Second quarter of basketball, about 1 minute played so far. And coming into this season, questions about whether the Sixers could retain their star players. Well, Greg, they shuffled the decks, but they still have great talent.
Swapping in Al Horford for Jimmy Butler, Josh Richardson for J.J. Redick. The Sixers still in the mix to come out of the East.
And so Wanamaker will bring it up for the Celtics. And now Horford pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
Well, boy, I'll tell you, sprinting the floor, a dangerous threat when he's in space. Al Horford makes it look easy.
The Celtics shooting just 29% in this game. They are not a pretty sight out there offensively. Here's Tatum. No good. They had a chance to end the run there. Harris dishes to Embiid. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Here's Smart. Pass to Tatum, and another shot. Simmons pulls it in. Simmons got his 5th rebound in this one. Puts it up from 17, and Embiid gets it to go. Embiid's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, if you were going to lose Kyrie Irving, why not replace him with Kemba Walker? The Celtics brought Walker in from Charlotte last offseason, and it looks like he's going to pay off big time in Boston. The Celtics didn't exactly do what they wanted the last couple of years, but with Walker and Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum and a hopefully healthy Gordon Hayward, the Celtics aren't exactly going to be in the lottery anytime soon either.
Well, you're right on that, D.A. They're still stocked, and we love Walker. He'll, I think, mix well with this team. Thank you.
And getting going here in the second quarter, his 2nd three-pointer of the game.
Again, the miss by the Celtics.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And I think you can start to feel their frustration mounting. With every missed bucket, it becomes more and more desperate.
For Boston, they've gone an abysmal 0 of 6 from the field since the second quarter began. Simmons with it, now guarded by Smart. A pull-up, and again, it's Philadelphia.
Defensively, just too many baskets in transition. That's been the difference.
And another steal for him. And that's his 6th steal of the night.
Imposing his will at the defensive end.
And the 76ers making a change here. Korkmaz is checked in. Then for the Celtics, Daniel Tice comes in for Tatum. And Walker subbed in for Brown. Williams, that's good. Doris, great scoring is often reliant upon great football. And we hear coaches, don't we, talk about that all the time?
We really do, Kev. You look at a guy like Kyrie Irving, who at the point guard position is one of the great scorers. He's a clutch shooter. He doesn't go to the free throw line a lot, and it's because he's so elusive. Can finish left and right, puts a lot of English on his shots. DeMar DeRozan gets separation with incredible footwork, and maybe the best in the league right now in terms of his footwork. That tap-dancing James Harden, which is just nearly impossible to check.
Oh, I love those names, and you're so right. And it's fun to watch. What a skill. Here's Smart after the Sixers pick up 2. Hayward on the wing, guarded by Harris. Nice shot by Smart.
Well, that's the IQ of Gordon Hayward on display. He understands what the defense is trying to take away and finds the open man.
Got that bucket in no time at all. And it's 9 points for Joel Embiid.
Boy, it took him a while to warm up, but since the second quarter, he's on fire.
Passes to Williams. The Celtics working the ball around now. Tice, no good.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive. And much of the offensive production has come from their willingness to get out and run.
They've been a little too casual with the ball out there.
Yeah, but you can't force that square peg into the round hole. Oftentimes, you just got to make that first simple pass and get a rhythm from that.
Josh Richardson's checked in for Ben Simmons. Here's Walker in the hoop for his 4th field goal. 4 for 7 shooting and looking for more.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Richardson for 3. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
And so the ball is out of bounds. Richardson touched it last. There's 14 seconds left in the first half of the game. Walker the pass to Tice. With 2 seconds left, misses at the rim. A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. 76ers on top, running away with this one. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And what a show being put on here for the home fans tonight. I'm Ernie Johnson, along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Al Horford putting in some incredible work tonight. He had 16 points, 3 assists, and 1 steal. In their previous game, he had a performance he said he wanted to put behind him quickly, and so far he's doing just that with the nice first half he had here. And from what we saw so far from the Sixers, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
Doesn't always happen, but Al Horford attacking on the offensive end. Not content just to play a role facilitator. His mindset was to score, and he did that in a variety of ways.
And Shaq, what are your thoughts on Boston?
Well, the bottom line, they got to defend the three-point line much better. They were concentrating all their effort into protecting the paint, and these guys were standing behind the line, yakam, splakakataya, and that strategy backfired, Ernie. They gave up far too many open looks, and all those threes killed them.
And now with the second half about to get underway, let's send you back courtside. See you, everybody, with Kevin Harlan.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Al Horford has been sensational.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
It felt like his work on the interior really gave this offense a boost. Let's see if he can dominate the rest of the way.
The tall lineup out there for the 76ers. Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid. And that's the group for Brett Brown as we begin the second half.
And when you think about Brad Stevens, he has one thing he cites quite often. The quote is, toughness is being able to physically and emotionally perform your task through any condition. And boy, when you think about his teams, they have embodied that for most of his tenure.
Now here's Simmons. He's got 14. And there's Horford. That's good on the assist by Simmons. And that's now 19 points for Al Horford.
Al Horford catching fire, and this is what they want from him. If he starts to make shots, be aggressive.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. And Doris, the Celtics seem like they lost a bit of that resiliency and some of that composure last season. How do you think they get that back?
I think, Kevin, it has to begin with their leaders. Those are the players you expect to set the tone with toughness and togetherness.
Hayward can hit. Here's Philadelphia. They've got an 8-0 run. Another three for Philadelphia.
This isn't a tough case to crack. If they want to put an end to this run, they'll need to start getting back on D.
And Walker's got the ball here for the Boston Celtics. They'll be playing host to Toronto for the next one. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Knocked away. Simmons with it. He's picked up by Walker. And a wide open look for Simmons. And again, it's Philadelphia.
And guys, you'd have to say this run really triggered by their transition offense.
Walker finds Hayward. And so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here. With a break in the action, we've got a chance now to look at last year's top rebounders. Second, Joel Embiid.
What a season he had in the paint. I mean, his rebounding numbers really mind-boggling. Who wouldn't love to have a guy like that?
The Celtics working the ball around now. Clock at 6. And the turnover again by Boston. They're scoreless since the first half. Glenn Robinson, the third, is checked in for the 76ers. The Celtics also changing it up. Cantor checked in for Daniel Tice, and Brad Wanamaker subbed in for Walker. Here's Cantor after Ben Simmons' bucket. They get a hand on it. Embiid drives in, and Embiid throws it down.
And everything is dropping for them. Terrific second half run.
And I think, Greg, it's been all about their offensive efficiency, shooting the lights out in this quarter.
And after he missed the first 2 seasons of his career, Greg, with a broken bone in his foot, would injuries be your main concern for Joel Embiid?
Look, no doubt about it. As long as he's healthy, he's an all-league performer. Still, 7-footers carry a lot of weight in our league. He wants to prove he can play big minutes. They just got to make sure they protect him.
That's good from Richardson. Doris, you played, you've coached, you've broadcast, you've done it all in this business. How did you like to be coached when you were a player at the very top of your game?
Yeah, I think one of my favorite things were coaches who challenged me, those who would not allow me to accept the level I was currently at, those who wanted to push me and extend and expand my game. Listen, every player wants to be respected. Every player wants to feel valued. But the great ones to me, the LeBron James, the Kevin Durant's, they want to be coached hard. They want you to push them to the greatest possible level they're capable of.
That's great insight. Tatum, that's for 2. Off the mark, and the drought continues.
I'll tell you, it feels all night like this guy's been forcing shots, rushing shots. He's really struggling on the offensive end.
What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
And that, to me, Greg, is a sign of excellent coaching. There's an attention to detail. There is valuing of every possession.
Here's Simmons, and Simmons slams it in.
How about the activity of Simmons, mucking up passing lanes and making life difficult on the opposition? So good at getting steals.
For Boston, they've gone 0-4 from the field in the second half, yet to find the mark. And the pass to Brown. Out of bounds, Philadelphia takes possession.
All right, a moment to check out stats for Embiid. Great showing for him last season. 2nd in rebounding, 4th in scoring, and he finished among the top 10 in blocks, bringing that intimidation factor to the paint.
And looking back at last season, his complete dominance on the boards to rank number 2 overall. Absolutely remarkable.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
He swipes the ball away again.
He's making history, tied for 3rd most steals in a single game.
Incredible tenacity. He continues to hound the ball. So it's the Celtics now. Nothing yet for them in the 3rd quarter. Pass to Tatum. Fades. Knocks it loose.
Boy, he's definitely covered well there. And we know he can knock down the fadeaway shot. Just didn't fall there.
Really, and running. They have a big advantage now in those transition opportunities.
Here's Wanamaker. He's still scoreless so far in this one. To the inside. Wants to get it to Smart and does. Outside Tatum. 6 to shoot. And stolen by Scott. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. And Robinson throws it down hard.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm. And you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Well, what great game planning, what great execution. It doesn't get much better than this.
And so Wanamaker will bring it up for the Celtics. Here's Simmons. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson. 25 points for Ben Simmons.
We know Simmons is a great creator. Here, he shows us he can also work off the catch.
Here's Tatum. To the paint, and the turnover again by Boston.
That looks like a lack of focus. You've got to question what he was trying to accomplish there.
Pass to Korkmaz. He got it up. With the clock running down, sends it home!
What a shot!
You want drama? We've got drama. That's the way to end a quarter.
That is a way to fire him up, fire up the team. What a tremendous play.
And so it's Ben Simmons making highlights for the Philadelphia 76ers. His performance that quarter has earned him a double-double. Seems like he's been everywhere in this game. We come back right after this. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. And here are the 76ers now. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Detroit, where they'll face the Pistons. And that'll be the first of a two-game road trip for them. And a look at the five for the Celtics to start the fourth quarter. Williams is out there with Green. Then there's Kemba Walker. Then there's Daniel Tice. And it's Langford in at the shooting guard position. Burks with the steal. Pulls up for three. Another three for Philadelphia.
Three-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
Jacks up a three, and he's good on the three ball.
Yeah, coming down the stretch, they've become reliant upon their perimeter game.
Boy, the three-point arc has been a major factor in what they've done here tonight. You love the aggressiveness.
And Walker kicks to Williams. Shot to stop the run. It's hauled in by the 76ers.
And his lateral quickness really allows him to stay in front of the shooter there and challenge the shot.
And this is the key. In this game, you've got to be able to move your feet to be successful on the defensive end.
Knocked loose. It's out of bounds. Last touch by Burks. The Celtics making a switch here. Williams is checked in. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. The shot from 20 feet away. Langford misses.
Going for that shot in that situation is something that isn't going to help the offense.
And in a way, by taking that one, he's bailing out the defense. It's just too easy to stop.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
Poked away. Burks with the steal. Powered down with both hands.
Now, if you see Burks with a lane to the rim, he's going to flush it with power.
So it's Boston now. Looking to get on the board here in the fourth still. Burks with the steal. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Poked loose. They've got the 5-on-3 advantage.
Well, Burke showing he's more than just a scorer. Terrific pass to his teammate.
And so it's Boston with it. Walker the pass to Williams. And the wide open shot from Green. And nothing is falling for him right now. On its way from Burks for two. Yes, once again, he remains perfect. 6 attempts and 6 hits.
I'll tell you, the team is simply riding the hot hand. This guy has been lights out.
Launches it, sinks the three-pointer.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
To the wing on the left. Here's Langford. No good off the back of the rim. Well, they're really making a point of keeping the ball moving around.
That's the key. The D can't focus on one player, and no matter what anybody tells you, that ball will always move quicker than the defender.
Burks with the steal. Here's O'Quinn, another 3 for Philadelphia.
Now, O'Quinn has proven to be a capable jump shooter, and as you can see, he's starting to test his range beyond the arc. That's intriguing.
Here's Langford, uses the glass to finish the layup.
And some much-needed offense right there. He ends that fantastic run by the Sixers.
Here's Korkmaz, sinks the triple. Korkmaz has got 14 points now in the second half.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And right now, Greg, he is doing a great job delivering for this team, productive and efficient.
Green, no luck. And so it's Burks bringing it up now for the Philadelphia 76ers. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. The Celtics have gone just 1 of 6 in the field to start the fourth quarter. A bit of a slowdown for them right now.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the 76ers.
The coaching staff must be happy that they controlled their turnovers so well in this game.
Excellent self-control and patience tonight.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Ben Simmons.
Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
Walker dishes to Green. Burks with the steal. Here's Milton. And the 76ers tack on 2 more.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Well, just terrific teamwork, GA. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
And the 3 ball is good.
Convincing lead with very little time remaining, and the fans are pumped.
Well, they're getting ready to celebrate, no doubt, GA. They know it's theirs to lose at this point.
Burks kicks to Scott. There's the 3. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
That is such a tough matchup for smaller defenders out there. He can simply shoot right over them.
So it's Philadelphia winning this one easily. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, Al. You guys do it as a 5-man unit on the floor.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about does it for the first game of the new NBA season. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.